This is the start of my day. So I just finished breakfast, and this has really been a high point of the Camino, and it's really been great to be able to get and meet people. So there's a person here I'd like to introduce everybody to on the channel. This is my good friend Larry.
Hello.
We started walking at lunchtime yesterday. I encountered you, and then we came along here and got to know Larry, and we had just a nice, wonderful walk. So this is for my channel, by the way.
Oh,
I hope
cool.
you don't mind.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so say hello to everybody, Larry.
Oh, hello. It's been a wonderful Camino.
Yes.
So a little wet, but that's part of it. So
But we have a dry day today.
A dry day today. Yesterday was a beautiful day. So
That's right.
They all make up for a wet day or two.
Yes, yes. Larry's one of the high points of the Camino. Staying here at it's like staying here at the Selberge, and like this morning I was sitting and listening to everyone talking at our table, and I think this is what really makes it special, is meeting people and getting to know people. And I mean, it's just,
and so many people from different places, so the international exposure is just wonderful to meet so many nice people, but they're from all over the world. So it's wonderful to see people and try your little language skills out the best you can. If not, fallback's English,
and I think the thing too is that I enjoyed especially about yesterday afternoon was everybody's just kind of like sitting around doing their own thing, interacting with one another.
The work was done, so we were here.
Yes. Well, that's it for this morning. Thanks, Larry. I just wanted to include you
absolutely.
on the video.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, it's mornings like this that make you glad you're alive. I'm going down a hill here, so let's see if I could do it without tumbling while I'm talking. Boy, the sun is on my shoulder, and we're ready to begin a new day. It was very nice, this Alberge. I think I'm going to be staying more at Alberge than the hotels. I think the thing that's encouraging about it is that everybody's there, and this morning at breakfast, everyone was talking and just chatting, and it was just pleasant, getting to know people. As Larry said, people from all over the world, people that, 2 weeks ago were perfect strangers, and now you're getting to know them and see them and enjoy their stories and just all the different things about people. I always laughed and said I'm not a people person, but on the Camino I kind of am. I mean, this morning I was just sitting there just listening, which for those of you who know me is rather unusual for me. But it was just nice to just sit and listen to all the things people had to share. Hey, look at this coming up. We've got a little flock of sheep with little lammies, little lammipas. Are baby sheep lambs? I don't know. Yeah. No, that one's the guy said no. So let me try to turn the camera so you can see this. Okay. So look at the little, can you see that? Hello. Yes, that's you. Look at the little lambs. I think baby sheep, and there's a cow in with it. I really can't see what I'm photographing here, but hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. Look at that. Oh, they're coming up to see me. I'm going to turn the camera so I can see what I'm filming. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Everybody's having their breakfast. Okay, so some of you may recognize John, who shared with us in Bilbao that great piece of wisdom, cast off everything until all you have left is love. And on next to John is a friend that I met on my first day on the Camino, and we were walking up to the church, and we started talking. I mean, I think it was like as I first entered the Camino, I was walking on. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, say where you're from, etc., etc. Everybody knows John, but go ahead and say hello.
I'm Polly. I'm from England. This is my first Camino, and I'm having a lovely time.
Yes, and now you said you were teaching French in English. That would be silly for you to go to France and teach French, wouldn't it? But you were teaching English in France,
Yeah.
but you were also a lawyer, a barrister,
A solicitor.
a solicitor.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
on a year's break from
on
my
a
job.
year's break.
Yeah.
So when do you go back to being a solicitor?
In September.
In September. How's the year's break been going for you so far?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
I can highly recommend
Yeah.
taking a year out of your job.
Yes.
I'm lucky enough to be able to do
That's great. That's great. And you've done the Camino, and you're going on someplace after today, correct?
I'm going home.
You're going home. Home to England or home to?
Home to England.
Oh, okay, great. Well, you know we're all gonna miss you on the Camino.
Oh, thank you.
So, but I'll leave you two here to talk. I'm slow, so if I don't keep going, I won't get to my albergue until midnight. So, but anyways, farewell from the Camino. Say bye. Okay, bye. Can you see the beach behind me? See that with all the people with the backpacks? That's part of the Camino. Believe it or not, that beach is part of the Camino. And I gotta walk across it. And I don't want to walk across it because I don't want to get sand in my shoes. But hey, it's the Camino. We'll figure it out, right? Oh, what a great day. After all that rain, we're having a great day. Got my hat back on, got my weather gear in the backpack, and it's on to Santiago. Here we go. You ever hear the expression, just like a walk on the beach, implying that it's easy? Let me tell you folks, this wasn't easy. That was work. There were a lot of little rivulets and things like that you had to avoid, or you would have soaked your shoes. And you don't want to go through the rest of the day with squishy, sandy shoes. But I'm nearing the end of the beach. And let me tell you, this walk on the beach is no walk on the beach. Okay, let's catch up later. Bye. All right. It's time for the end of the day wrap up. Boy, what a day. You know, I thought it was going to be a short day. It ended up being a very long day. I thought it was going to wrap up around, like 1, 2 o'clock. And I didn't even get off the ferry. We had to take a little bit of a ferry until like 2. And I had several more. I had to pass through a couple more cities to get to where I was going. But the good news is when I did get to where I was going, after a little confusion, the hotel I'm staying at is very nice. I'm staying at a hotel. I think I'm going to start transitioning more to the albergues. A little bit. The accommodations aren't quite as nice as when you have your own private room and shower and all that. But it certainly is more fun to be able to talk to the different pilgrims and get to meet some new friends, which I did yesterday. It was quite fun. And then I reconnected with some old friends, as you may have seen in some of the videos. So important points of the day. went along some beautiful coastlines, and I mean, just stunning. I mean, this was the kind of stuff you see in movies. I think movie people go out and scout out these kinds of locations so that they can have these dramatic environments for their stories. But boy, I've never seen anything like some of this stuff. And you're walking along with people, and it's like, wow, this is great, and everybody's just so amazed. And it really is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. I mean, walking up and down hills and along coastlines is a bit of a challenge. I'll admit that I'm not a person who's especially fond of heights. They make me very nervous, and I don't like water either. I'm not a swimmer. Even though my son is, I don't care for being in the water. And it's kind of funny because today I was walking along cliffs along the ocean, so that was kind of a kick. So that was a double whammy. But then when I get to the end, there's all these little kids doing rock climbing with harnesses and stuff like that. I should have gotten some pictures, but it was like, okay, Bill, you're being such a coward, and look at these little kids. They're climbing up and down these mountains and rocks and all that. It was great. It was great. They're having a wonderful time. And then I had to say goodbye to one of our friends, and Patty, and she's going, but she will be here with us in spirit. I found a seashell, a scallop shell by the beach, and I happened to pick it up, and they said to Patty as we were saying goodbye, because I doubt that I'll see her again on the Camino. She's going home, and I said to her, I said, well, here's a scallop shell for you. And I said, this is a real scallop shell. This isn't something that, you get at the gift shops. This is something that I just picked up off the ocean. Still had sand in them. And she goes, well, she goes, thank you. And I said, well, if you have something for me to leave at Finisterre. And she gave me a bottle opener. That was the only thing we could find. So she gave me a bottle opener, and I'm going to leave that at Finisterre when I make it in the middle of next month. Wow, that sounds like such a long time away. It's about a month from now. But I'll leave that for Patty, and because you always leave a little something like a rock or something like that in Finisterre. A couple other things. So when we were waking up this morning, we were all in this one big room, and I think there must have been maybe about 6 or 7 of us. And when I woke up, we're all kind of getting ready, and after everybody woke up, I said, hey, last night was great. I didn't hear any snoring. And Patty was like, you didn't hear any snoring, but that doesn't mean we didn't. And I said, what does that mean? She goes, well, if you're the one that didn't hear it, what does that tell you? So I guess I was snoring a little bit. I'm sorry for my friends who are listening that were in the room, but I couldn't help it. Another thing I just want to mention is that we were on another ferry a couple days ago, and I was talking with some German friends, some German pilgrims, and I mentioned, we were talking about books, and I said, I'm envious of you that you can speak German, because one of my all-time favorite books is in German. They said, well, what is that? And I said, Bambi. And they're like, Bambi? You mean like Walt Disney Bambi? That's just a kid's thing. It's like, See, and I recommend this to all of you folks out there, read Bambi. Now read the most recent translation, but Bambi by this guy Salten, Salten. It's really a good book. It's very, very quick, easy reading. I think I read it like in a couple days, but deep, very, very thought-provoking and very moving. And yeah, some of the scenes that are in the movie are in the book, but this is not a children's story. This is not, little, bunnies hopping around and things like that. This really deals with something, and I strongly recommend it. Of all the books I read last year, I'll have to say that Bambi, without a doubt, is one of my favorite. And again, it's not the Bambi that you know from the movies. Rent it from the library, buy it. I guess it's relatively inexpensive. do whatever you have to do to get a copy of this book and read it. It's a very, very good book. And whenever I say that to people, I go, well, one of my favorite books is Bambi. They're like, Bambi? And it's not the cartoon version. So definitely read that book. And the reason why I mention it is because we got into a conversation of it this morning. But this morning, as you can see, was a wonderful morning. It was a wonderful day. I stayed dry today. I actually stayed dry. And it was just at the right temperature where I didn't sweat through my clothes. I know that sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But it was a great day today. Beautiful views. Went through a very interesting city, although I didn't have enough time to really stop and visit. I wish I had made my reservation in that city rather than Santander, as opposed to where I am in Mompia, which is several miles further on. But a shorter day tomorrow to make my to my next stop. But very interesting city. Walk through a boulevard with all sorts of shops and restaurants and things. That's one of the things that's neat in Spain. You'll pass through these areas where they have these very broad streets with restaurants and shops and things like that. And right down the middle is kind of like a walkway with benches and tables for restaurants. So yeah, you should check this out when you do the Camino. So, and that's another thing. When you leave Güemes, I believe that's the correct pronunciation, you're given two alternative routes. You're given a route by the freeway, and you're given a route along the coast. Like I said, I don't care for heights, but even silly, frightened Bill loved this walk, and you can see it in some of the pictures. So if you're given a choice between going along the freeway, which I believe is a little bit shorter, or going along the coast, definitely do the coast. The views are so worth it. And enjoy the day. And when you do that, because walking the Camino is a wonderful thing. And the only thing more wonderful than the views are the people you meet along the way. So big shout out to all my friends, to Patty, to Larry, to all the people I've talked along the way that you've seen in these videos. There were a couple of people that I didn't catch, and I'll hopefully catch them tomorrow, and we'll include those in the videos as well. But anyways, buen camino, folks. Had a great day. I'm going to wrap it up here and kind of get this video packaged up and out to all of you. Again, this is not professional stuff, as you can see. I'm sitting here scratching my eyes, staring my finger in my ears, and doing all those sorts of things. So it's not like highly professional, polished kinds of videos. But I just want to share this with friends and family. And by the way, Lindy, thank you. Thank you for the shout out and for saying thanks for the videos. I hope you all enjoy these videos. Friends, families, strangers, people planning to walk Del Norte. I throw a few things in here, a few notes and hints for folks coming along the way. So that maybe that some of these videos are more than just fun to watch, but maybe helpful for folks planning Del Norte. I'm thinking at the end, what I'll do is when I finally make it home, I'll do one where I have tips and things that I've learned, and maybe specific things about which routes are better to take when you have an alternative, or at least the ones I think they are. So anyways, buen camino. Ciao tutti. Don't take anyone with nickels, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.